Hey boys and girls, here is your corrections for page 219 in your workbook. So taking a look at A and B, we need to circle the fractions that match what's going on in the GeoBoard patchwork quilt block. So for this one, I know there's 16 squares in here. So I'm probably going to start off by saying, okay, I know there's 16 squares within this shape in the GeoBoard. So I'm going to go ahead and circle the one that already has the 16. So I realize 4 out of 16 are colored in because when I take a look on the inside, I notice, oh, this little piece goes right here, so that would be 1. This little piece goes right here, so that would be 2. This little piece goes here, 3. This little piece fits here, 4. So that's 4/16. So now I have a job to do, and I need to really look for equivalent fractions. So I can think to myself, okay, what do the numbers 4 and 16 have in common? Well, 4. So how many times does 4 go into 4? 1 time. How many does 4 go into 16? 4 times. So here's another one. And then last but not least, I'm going to check out these two fractions and see, is it possible for me to use these fractions? Well, 1/2 doesn't really work at all. But if I look at 2/8, well, I can think, what does 2/8 have in common with each other? 2. How many times does 2 go into 2? 1. How many times does 2 go into 8? 4 times. Okay, so boom. So 3 of those match this. This next one, again, I'm going to go ahead and circle the 16ths because it is 16 squares, trying to figure out which ones are shaded in. Okay, so now I'm going to need to do some work with the 6/16 fraction. So I'm going to think to myself, what does this 6 and 16 have in common? Well, it's not 3, but 2. 2. How many times does 2 go into 6? 3 times. How many times does 2 go into 16? 8 times. Oh, look, check it out. 3/8. So I'm just going to look at 1/4 and 1/2 quickly to see if that matches any of this, and no, it does not. So 2 answers right here. So the next number 2, choosing the fractions you marked above, explaining why they're equivalent. So I kind of explained to you already how 4/16, 1/4, and 2/8 are all related. Same with 6/16 and 3/8. Think back to how I was explaining how I was saying what numbers do they have in common, and I reduced the fraction. So you might have written something like that in here. So let's move on to number 3, filling in the bubble next to the equation that will help you solve each word problem. And then we need to solve. Rosa wants to buy a t-shirt for each of her 4 cousins. The t-shirts cost $12 each. So already D is going to probably represent dollars for how many dollars this will cost. And there's 4 cousins, and they each get a shirt that are $12 each. So we wouldn't be using addition or subtraction here. And we aren't really trying to figure out how many times 4 would go into 12 here. We're trying to see how much it would cost if we'd spent $12 4 times. So that is a multiplication problem. And the answer for that is going to be 48. Okay. And B, Marco has some boxes of cookies. Each box has 6 cookies. There are 24 cookies in all. How many boxes of cookies does Marco have? So this is similar to the Katiana and the Girl Scout cookies problem. So here we have 24 cookies, or 24 boxes with 6 in each. So we're looking at a division problem here. Remember, we always put the larger number in front, and our answer is 4. Okay, you guys, great